नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुन्दलं गोकुले व्रजमानम् यशोदवेयो लोकालब्धमानम् परां दृष्टम् अत्यन्ततो धृत्य गोप्या रुदन्तमुहुर्नेत्र युग्ममृजान्तम् करम्बुजायुग्मेन शताङ्कनेत्रम् मोहश्वासाकम्पातिरेकाङ्ककण्ठा सीताग्रीवदामोदरं भक्तिभद्रम् ईदृक्सलीलाभिरनन्तकुण्डे स्वाघोषं निमज्जन्तम् अख्यापयन्तम् तदीयसिताग्नेषु भक्तिजिनात्वम् पुनः प्रेमतास्तं सतवृत्ति वन्दे वरं देवा मोक्षं न मोक्षं वदिवा न च न्यविनेहा वरसादपीह इदं ते वा पुरनाथ गोपाल बालम् सदा मे मनसा विरासां किमन्ये इदं ते मुखं भोजम् अत्यन्तनीले उरितं कुण्डले स्निग्धा रक्तस्य गोप्या मोहोचुमेतां बिम्बारक्तां धरामि मनशवीरास्तामलं लक्ष्यलभे नमो देव दामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जलधिमग्नम् Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasida Prabhu Dukha Jalabdi Manam. Kripa drishte vishyate dinam batanu grihane samamagnamitakshi drishya. Kuviratmaja vadamute vayadva Tvayamuchita bhakti bhaja pritaucha. Tatha prema bhaktim swakamim prayacha Namo Sigraho me Sri Damodareha. Namaste tu damne spurati damne Svadi udaraya tha vishasya damne. Namo Radhikaya Tadiyai Priyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam. Namo Radhikaya Tadiyai Priyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam. Namo Radhikaya Tadiyai Priyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe, Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Shri Krishna. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Punita Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose sharp-shaped earrings are swings to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokul, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisance.
Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound not with ropes but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances.
Inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy, and is revealing to those devotees who are abjured in knowledge of His supreme majesty and opulence that He is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times.
O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Balgopal in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this?
O Lord, your lotus face is encircled by locks of soft black hair, tinged with red. Is kissed again and again by Mother Yasota, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifested in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me.
O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodar, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me by showing your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes.
O Dhammadra, just as the 2 sons of Kuvara and Malagriva and Nakuvara were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form of as a baby, tied with the rope to the wooden grindstone mortar. In the same way, please give me your own prima bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kinds of liberation.
O Lord Damodar, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes.
Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Nandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Danandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Gaur Premanande Jai Om Vishnupad Paraspuracharya Astu Sathis Divine Grace Abhay Charan Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paraspuracharya Astu Sat Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Ki Jai Srimad Bhagavad Puran Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrind Ki Jai All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 66, verse 25 and 26. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtapraishva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Verse 25. Surapatitam alokya Sirapatitam alokya Raja Dwaresa Kundalam Raja Dwaresa Kundalam Kim idam hasyava vaktram Kim idam kashyava vaktram Iti samsishre janam Iti samsishre janam Shirapatitam alokyam Raja Dwaresa Kundalam Kim idam kashyava vaktram Iti samsishire janai. Hare Krishna. Yasira sapatitam alokyam Raja Dwaresva Kundalam Inkidam Aviha Vaktram Iti samsi shire janam Shirapatitam alokyam Raja Dwaresa Kundalam Kim idam hasya vaktram Iti samsishre janam. Word to word meaning Sir. Oh, Shirapatitam alokyam Raja Dwaresa Kundalam Kimidam hasya vaktram Iti samshire janam. Hare Krishna. Sirapatitam alokyam Raja Dwaresa Kundalam Kim idam kashyava vaktram Iti samsire jana. Word to word meaning Sira, the head, Patitam, fallen, Alokya, seeing, Rajadvare, at the gate of the royal palace, Sakundalam, with earrings, Kim, what, Idam, is this, Kashya, whose, Va, or, Vaktram, head, Iti, thus, Samsishire, express doubt, Janai, the people. Translation. Seeing a head decorated with earrings lying at the gate of the royal palace, the people present were puzzled. Some of them asked, "What is this?" And others said, "It is a head. But whose head is it?" Srila Prabhupada writes as follows: when the head of the king of Kashi was thrown through the city gate, people gathered and were astonished to see that wonderful thing. When they found out there were earrings on it and they could understand it was someone's head, they conjectured as to whose head it might be. Some thought it was Krishna's head because Krishna was enemy of Kashiraj, and they calculated that the king of Kashi might have thrown Krishna's head into the city so that the people might take pleasure in the enemies having been killed. But it was finally directed that the head was not Krishna's but that of Kashiraj himself. Verse 26. राज्ञा कशीपते ज्ञात्वा महिष्यपुत्रबन्धवः पौरश्चाहता राजन् नाता नतेति प्रारुदन्. My dear king, when they recognized it as the head of their king, the Lord of Kashi, his queen, sons, and other relatives, along with all the citizens of the city, began to cry pitifully, "Alas, we are killed, O my Lord, my Lord." हरे कृष्ण। मम ज्ञानतिमृन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्तं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथन्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सौदूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदा सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपीश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वानुस्तुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पवनेभ्यो वैष्णवभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Excellent. This very interesting topic, Paundraka, the false Vasudeva. In this chapter, in this verse particularly, the king of the Kashiraj who followed Paundraka, Krishna killed both of them, Paundraka and Kashiraj, with his Sudarshan disc. And the head of the king of Kashiraj, it blew just like the example is given, as lotus is carried away by wind. So this went and fell to Kashiraj's kingdom, that was in Kashi, Banaras. So the residents of over there, the citizens of that city of Kashi, thought it to be maybe Krishna is the enemy, so it may be his head. There were ornaments and but then later they saw it very closely. It was their king's Kashiraj's head. So they were in anxiety, and they started to lament, the wife, children, everybody, the whole city. Oh, so this is wonderful, very interesting. Paundraka, the false Vasudeva. Hare Krishna. So this chapter starts with how Paundraka, who was from the city of Kashi, Karusha, he was the king of Karuksha. When Lord Balram went to Gokul to meet the residents of Nandagaon, this Paundraka, he was emboldened by his children, childish activities by he was flattered by his childish by some people. He told that you are the supreme lord. Actually, Vasudev is not actually. You are actually the original Vasu. You are the master of the universe. You are the lord of the universe. And Lord Vasudev is having your symbols. He is not actually. So just like childish, unintelligent, they play among themselves. Then they choose somebody acts like a king. So the children accept him as a king, but it's a play game. Similarly, Paundraka, he became proud of this, and he considered himself as a god, a supreme lord. He is compared to Vasudev. Then he sent a messenger to Lord Krishna in Dwarka. So when the messenger conveyed the message to Lord Krishna, the kings Ugrasen and other royal members, they laughed heartily at this foolishness of Pondraka, who claimed himself as the supreme lord. Lord Krishna told the messenger told that you have to give up your all symbols. It belongs to Pondraka, and he's the original Vasudev. Then Lord Krishna told that told the messenger that the same symbols which he's claiming to be his, uh, with my Sudarshan, I will cut off all the weapons of his. I will prove him that. And then when Lord Krishna went to Kashiraj, when Lord went to Kashi, then Pondraka, when went to Pondraka, kingdom of Pondraka, Pondraka with his army came along. There were many elephants, many Akshayonis, uh, many group of soldiers, and King Kashiraj also followed Pondraka. So all the battle, there was a huge battle, and Lord Krishna, just like during annihilation, everything is burnt off, fire burns up everything. So all the soldiers, animals, they were, and the artillery weapons and the ornaments, they were all cut off, and they were looking like an ocean. They were looking very shining like that. But Krishna cut off everything with his Sudarshan disc, and they lied on the battlefield. So Pondraka was also killed by the Sudarshan Chakra, and then Pondraka dressed himself like a Vasudev in imitation. He had conch, disc, club, and flowers. It's funny, like people in this world want to become God like that. Uh, they actually, the example is given in Bhagavad Gita: divine qualities and demonic qualities. But Krishna took, chopped off his all everything, killed him, and the head of Purusha, the head of King Kashiraj, who followed Pondraka, his head flew just like a lotus carried away wind, and it fell to the city. So this is the verse about that. And the relatives, wives, the son Sudakshina, they were lamenting, and Sudakshina took a oath that within his mind, that I will be the cause of, I will perform a sacrifice which Krishna shall be killed. So he performed austerities, he pleased Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva becoming pleased, he asked that he asked for a prediction that I kill my enemies. So Lord Shiva gave him the benediction. Then he told that who is very envious to the Brahmanas, why? So uh, this will affect. Actually, Krishna is, the Brahmanas are very dear to Krishna actually. So when Lord Kashiraj, so Sudakshina performed according to Shiva's. He followed all the rules, regulations, and he started to please Lord Shiva. And he performed a fire sacrifice with the help of the Brahmanas, and they were very well. They followed all the rules nicely. And from the fire, there came a huge demon. He was a fierce demon, huge body, long hair, molten gold, and he had a trident in his arms. And the whole dust was flying in the sky. So, by the order of Sudakshina and the priest, the demon went to Dwarka, and he created havoc. And the residents of Dwarka, they fled in fear of this demon, and they took shelter of Lord Krishna. Then Lord Krishna told, nothing to fear. My Sudarshan Chakra will take care of this demon. And Lord Krishna left. And this demon flew back to Kashi, kingdom of Kashi again back. And just like annihilation, the fire, everything, the demon burnt out everything of he he burnt off the demon whole city, the sheds, all the residence cities were burnt off, and Sudakshina and the priest also were killed by this Sudarshan Chakra. So it's said that one should hear this very attentively, and one glorifies both are free from sinful reaction like that. So very beautiful, nice. Last verse of this says so. So the hearing and chanting emphasis is given like that, very important. Chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. It says, any mortal who represents this heroic pastimes of Lord Uttam Sloka, or who simply hears it attentively, will become freed from all sins. So that's beautiful chapter it says. So we heard till last time how Paundraka was flatterish. We read till 10 words. Now we shall be reading other few verses which upon when the Lord had thus spoken, the messenger conveyed his insulting replies to his master in its entirety. Lord Krishna then mounted his chariot and went to the vicinity of Kashi. So Lord, after hearing the message of instruct, the messenger is saying that Krishna is saying to the messenger, you fool, I will indeed let loose the weapons you boast of this way. When you lie dead, O fool, your face will be covered by vultures, herons, and Vartha birds. You will become the shelter of dogs. Krishna is responding the messenger that the same weapon will be the cause of your death, and it will be a feast for vultures, herons, and the shelter of dogs. Upon observing Lord Krishna's preparation for battle, the mighty warrior Paundraka quickly went out of the city with two full military divisions. Paundraka's friend, the king of Kashi, followed behind. O king, leading the rear guard with three Akshoni division, Lord Krishna saw that Paundraka was carrying the Lord's own insignia such as conch shell, disc, sword, and club, and also an imitation saranga bow and Srivastha mark. Exactly like Krishna's, he tried to uh, wear this conch, sword, club, and staff. He wore a mock Kaustubha gem, which was decorated with a garland of forest flowers, and was dressed in upper and lower garments of fine yellow silk. His banner bore the image of Garuda, and he wore a valuable crown and gleaming shark earrings. So Krishna, especially red and blue in nectar of devotion, he said you should not wear in front of the Lord. Dress. It's very Krishna looks very attractive. Krishna here he's wearing yellow garments. All this Krishna's like. See the shark shaping ears. We also sing in the prayers like Namamishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashodabhiyo Kaladavamanam Param Rishtam Atyanta Drutya Gopya Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashodabhiyo Param Rishtam Atyanta Dutya Gopya. So Namamishwaram Sachidananda Rupam. Sachidananda is eternal knowledge and bliss. Lasat Kundalam Gokula Brajavanam. Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajavanam. Krishna is playing in the Gokul, playing the cow, and his earrings are singing to and fro. And he looks, Yashoda Bioluka Dvamanam. And Yashoda is running behind him because Krishna is breaking the butter which was kept, yogurt. The pot Krishna broke the yogurt because it was kept for churning butter. And the butter was in the pot, and Krishna stole this butter and ran. And though Krishna, with tears, the Supreme Lord, and Yashoda is trying to catch, and Krishna is running, who is Supreme Lord, with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, I offer my obeisances. As the prayers like. Similarly, this Pondraka is wearing this all these marks. He wore a Kaustubha garland of flowers, and lower garland, his banner bore the image of Garuda, and he wore a valuable crown and a gleaming shark-shaped earrings. Hare Krishna. He tried to imitate Krishna. Lord Hari heartily, when he saw how the king had dressed up, in exact imitation of his own appearance, just like an actor on stage. Like an actor on a stage, similarly. The enemies of Lord Hari attacked with tridents, clubs, and so and so. But Lord Krishna really struck back at the army of Pondrak and Kashiraj, which consisted of elephants, chariots, cavalry, and infantry. The Lord tormented his enemies with his clubs, swords, Sudarshan, discs, and arrows, just as the fire of annihilation. So Krishna struck all the army of Pondrak and Kasiraj and the elephants with the sword, Sudarshan disc, and like a fire of annihilation, torments of creatures and of cosmic age. The battlefield strewn with the dismembered chariots, horse, elephants, humans, mules, and camels that had been cut to pieces by the Lord, these weapons shone like the gruesome playground of Lord Bhupati. So all these scattered animals, all the arm, enemies, their bodies were shining like a playground, like playground of Lord Bhutapati. Bhutapati is one of Shiva's name, I think. Yeah. Lord Krishna then addressed Pondraka, because Lord Shiva stays in the graveyard. Lord Krishna then addressed Pondraka. His followers are all ghostly. Like Lord Krishna then addressed Pondraka, my dear Pondraka, the very weapon you spoke of, true, your messenger I will now release unto you. O fool, now I shall make you renounce my name which you have falsely assumed, and I will certainly take shelter of you if I do not wish to fight you. So Lord Krishna is saying, I'll renounce my name, I'll everything I'll falsely assume, I'll take shelter of you if I do not fight to you. Same weapon, Krishna is saying to the messenger, I will release and I'll kill them. The right Pondraka, Krishna destroyed his chariot with sharp arrows. Then Lord cut off his head with Sudarshan Dik. Lord Indra lops of a mountain peak with his thunderbolt weapon. With his arrows, Lord Krishna similarly severed Kashira's head from his body, sending it flying into Kashi city like a lotus flower thrown by the wind. Having thus killed envious Pondrak and his ally, Lord Krishna returned to Dwarka. As he entered the city of Siddhas of heaven, chanted his immortal nectarian glories. By constantly meditating over the Supreme Lord, Pondraka shattered all his material bonds. Indeed, by imitating Lord Krishna's appearance, O king, he ultimately became Krishna conscious. So this similarly, because Pondraka was always meditating on Lord Krishna, he dressed himself as Krishna. So he was Krishna, he became Krishna conscious like that. But there's like Anukulya and Pratikul and Anukul. Pratikul means which is favorable. Pratikul and Anukul means one is favorable and one is not favorable. One should perform devotional service which is favorable for the service of the Lord. Anything we do, we should do with love and devotion. Krishna accepts our love and devotion. That's the criteria. Because even Duryodhan invited Krishna to have food, but Krishna did not accept the invitation of Duryodhan. But Krishna accepted the invitation of Yudhishthira Maharaj. He accepted the invitation of Kubja because they had love for Krishna. So Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita, whatever you do as a offering to me with love and devotion. So when we chant also Hare Krishna, it's we have to practice chanting Hare Krishna, and that too also Prabhupada gives example. We have to do it love and devotion. Like he's giving the example like a child cries for the mother when she chant the holy name like that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Especially this Damodar month, it said like we have to whatever devotion we do 1,000 times. It's not only Damodar month, it's whole 365 days of the years, but especially this month is very dear. This is the month of Lord Krishna is very dear, and it's named on Radharani, the Kartik month especially. And we see that Srimad chanting of Hare Krishna and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam These are all spiritual activities. It will never go vain. Swalpapyasya dharmasya trayatumat. Anything, whatever we do, mundane activities like eating also is based on body kana. Sleeping also, one has to regulate, one has to overcome. Like the example is given like Kumbhakaran was sleeping for 6 months. So one should be regulated in eating, sleeping also. Then he can mitigate material miseries. One should not eat more, one should not eat less. Then he can perform devotional service. Uh, so with love and devotion, whatever we do, we should do with love. And we cook for the Lord. We very nicely clean, cut nicely the fruits, vegetables, whatever, very nice, fresh should be offered to the Lord like that. Our love, our devotion. Krishna says, "Ye thamam prapadyante." As one surrenders, I reciprocate with them like that. So it's a beautiful process. Krishna consciousness, getting up early in the morning, like this board is coming in practical now something. Hare Krishna. This board was given by Chandramouli Maharaj. Get up early in the morning and chant, arrange the program, attend, otherwise there will be a cause of fall down. Because when we are not engaged in devotional service, naturally we will be engaged in something mundane, things like that. We will be distracted because the Maya is very strong. In the association of devotees, it becomes very powerful, especially during Bhagavatam, before Kartik. Something Bhagavatam is like an desired trees, like whatever is comes like you don't know how it works out. I spoke that the mantra should come from a bona fide source like that, then it has the impact. I didn't speak, this guys could repeat the words of scriptures, uh, and then it has the power. At least few devotees should be there, 3 4 devotees, and the kirtan becomes very live. And now Kartik we can see in the Mangalarti. So many things like that, everything becomes nice. Mangala means auspicious. Everything becomes a sacrifice. It becomes chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. We have to chant, practice this. Because ultimately at the end of life, our real test is there, what we think about. It says, bhajan karo, sadhan karo, whatever you do, that will be the test at the time of when we leave the body. What we are attached to. Either we are attached to body, we are attached to name, fame, attached to body relation, attached to money, attached to position, our attachment to Krishna is more strong. So we have to practice this attachment to Krishna and detach from this. Like Mahaprabhu also says, when I see a wooden doll, I become contaminated, agitated, like that. So this material Maya is very strong. This material illusory, it diverts in many ways. Like there's a nice story of it's a real story. Like in London, there was a devotee, Ratnavali. Ratnavali, she used to have dreams. Uh, she met with the accident, and she had horrible dreams like that. And she used to see Prabhupada also like that. So she told to Tamal Krishna Maharaj was there at that time. So Tamal Krishna Maharaj told that you consult some astrology science. Generally devotees don't do, but Tamal Krishna Maharaj told to this devotee, Ratnavali. So Ratnavali, she consulted and she read this all, and then she came to know that she was previous life a devotee. His name was again, forgot. Yeah, Raghav Pandit. Raghav Pandit, he was name was Raghav Prabhu. Yeah. So during Prabhupada's time, this devotee, he was a very brahmachari, and he was shy, and he used to distribute a lot of books. But in his subconscious, he was attached to a woman. He was attached to a woman like that. So he was practicing Krishna consciousness. Internally, he was a brahmachari, and externally, but internally, is conscious. He was somewhat attached to some woman like that. Then what happened? This, yeah, Ratnavali. She went to this place in Scotland, and she asked. Is there any like name particular this one? So they showed this. He was a brahmachari in this place, and he was driving, and the driver was driving the Sankirtan bus, and the driver slept, and he met in an accident, and he left his body. So Prabhupada had told that generally anything one has to, it's repeated again and again. We can learn from scripture. Prabhupada repeating many times like that. Prabhupada says that most of my disciples, 70%, they will go to heavenly planet because they're so much diving in this Maya, swimming in Maya illusion. uh, so this Raghav, Pandit Raghav, he was little shy by nature like that because he was a brahmachari. No, he was little shy with women like personally, but he had some attachment to an woman like that. But he did many. Srila Prabhupada told that he will generally take a nice birth from where he will begin his Krishna consciousness again. So in next life she came as Ratnavali, and she also was in the same Sankirtan group she had joined, which Raghav Pandit was there, like that. So we have to learn from this actually attachment, like here says. Yeah. Our attachment should be increased to Krishna. That's the more. Our anarthas are in subconscious. This anarthas, we have many attachment like that. Suppose like now World Cup cricket is going. In my childhood, like I thought I'll become a cricketer like that. I know you get a lot of beating. You beat whole body all over the ball hits. You beat on the chest, on the arms, legs. You get good beatings like that in sports, right? Uh, so that conscious is there, subconscious. Now it's like that, conscious like that. So we have different attachment to name, fame, opposite these sense objects. Krishna also said in the Bhagavad Gita, lust is the greatest enemy of this. And even Hiranyakashipu, he had control over everything, but he had no control over his mind and senses. So Prahlad Maharaj says that unless these are the enemies within us, like that, one has to control this. Even though one has to control this. When one controls, when one is equally equiposed with everyone, friends, enemies, then he can worship the Lord perfectly like that. So there's a teaching from Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. There are divine qualities and demonic qualities. How the demonic qualities uh, degrades us like that. So it's beautiful quotes from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. So I will say actually how it says. Taking shelter is chapter 10, verse 10. Sorry, chapter 16, verse 10 is which divine and demonic qualities are. Taking shelter of insatiable lust and absorbed in the conceit of pride and false prestige, the demonic thus illusion always sown to unclean works attracted by the impermanent. So this is thing in this material world. This is the situation now. Taking shelter of insatiable lust and absorbed in conceit of pride and false prestige. So when there's lust problem, false pride is very strong. False pride, prestige says the taking shelter of insatiable, absorbed in the conceit of pride and false prestige. The demonic thus illusion are always sown to unclean works, attracted by the impermanent. The demonic mentality is described. Demons have no satiation for lust. They will go on increasing their insatiable desires for material enjoyment. Although they are always full of anxieties on account of accepting impermanent things, so they will be increasing their material enjoyment. Naturally, in this world, we try to enjoy our senses, and devotees generally engage the senses in Krishna. All the senses in Krishna. Krishna's name is Rishikesha, the master of this. So that one should increase his attachment to Lord Sri Krishna. One should increase the attachment to chanting the holy name of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada repeatedly emphasized this about chanting 16 rounds. So it's day after day, year after year. It's not so easy like that. So becoming free from this sinful reaction results like this one more. There's a divine qualities and demonic qualities. Once you develop divine qualities, it says here. Say they will on increasing their insatiable desires for material enjoyment. Although they are always full of anxieties on account of accepting non-permanent things, they are full of anxieties actually. They still continue engage in such activities out of illusion. They have no knowledge and cannot tell they are heading the wrong way. So this is the situation of this material world today. Although they are full of, it's very nice, it says the demonic mental discovery, the demons have no satiation for the lust. They will go on increasing and increasing their satiable desires for material land. So there are lust is in different ways, different attachment to name, attachment to fame, attachment to wealth, attachment to opposite sense gratification. Although they are full of anxieties on account of accepting non-permanent things, they will continue in engage such activities out of illusion. Out of illusion, they will be continuing doing. They have no knowledge and cannot tell they are heading the wrong way. He says they have no knowledge. No. Like this Pondraka, he was befooled by some fools, and they claimed him that you are the supreme lord. Similarly, these people, it says here, the example of demonic is saying, the demons have no satiation for the lust. They will go on increasing and increasing their insatiable desires for material enjoyment. Although they are always full of anxieties on account of accepting non-permanent things. Full of anxieties on account of accepting non-permanent things. It's very difficult to deal with mundane people, so everybody, suppose he has a lot of wealth and he won't make friendship with somebody who doesn't has like that. It's like that. In Hindi they're saying jidhar barish hua udhar chhata, means where it's raining you keep your turn your umbrella, like that. Means you make friends. They'll go on increasing and increasing their incentive for any. Although they're always full of anxieties on account of accepting non-permanent things, they still continue engage in such activities of illusion. They have no knowledge and cannot tell they are heading the wrong way. They're going the wrong way. Accepting non-permanent things, such demonic people create their own god. Similar like Pondraka, they create their own god. They create their own hymns and chant accordingly. So whatever is supposed religion also, it's not on the bodily conception of life. Actually, religion means like sugar is sweet, salt is salt. It's actually to develop our love for God. Actual religion means it's not based on mundane and then fight among themselves. Actually, its purpose is to become God conscious. I would develop our love God. See, accepting non-permanent things, such demons create their own hymns and chant. The result is that they become more and more attracted to things, sense enjoyment and accumulation of material wealth. Similar like Hiranya. Hiranya means gold and opposite sense enjoyment. That more attracted to two things. And accumulation. The word asuchivata, unclean spouse, is very significant in this connection. Such demonic people are only attracted by wine, women, gambling, and meat eating. Those are their asuchi, unclean habits. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada says, end of our life, we have to take sannyas actually. So like in brahmachari, grahastha also they follow that's why it's called ashram. Brahmachari, vanaprastha and sanya is totally restriction from these things. It says such demonic are only attracted by wine, women, gambling and meat eating. Those are their asuchi unclean habits. Induced by pride and false prestige, they create some principles of religion which are not approved by the Vedic instructions. Although such demonic people are most abominable in the world by artificial means, the world creates a false honor for them. Although they are gliding to hell, they consider themselves very much advanced. Hare Krishna. Wow, gliding toward hell. Although demonics are most able in the world by artificial in the world creates false on them. Although they are gliding toward hell, they consider themselves very much advanced. Hare Krishna. The world is in total chaos now today. uh, everything is topsy turvy. The situation, people are fighting in the name of religion, and they on the bodily conception of life, and they are fighting like a group, and they are causing their own destruction and of the destructions of others, because they are so much absorbed in lustful propensities. Yeah. So the chapter 16 says about that divine qualities. Fearlessness. Actually, fearlessness means not because of fear to other. Fearlessness means like Krishna Prabhupada. Prabhupada was Abhay Charan Arvinda. He preached the message of God fearlessly. Fearlessness, that's the divine qualities. Purification of one's existence, that's external cleanliness and one internal cleanliness. Cultivation of spiritual knowledge means reading of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, speaking about Bhagavatam. Like we read about this one who hears about this very attentively. This then one who speaks, one who reads, hears both benefits from this circumstance. So chanting of Hare Krishna, hearing it repeatedly. Prabhupada says, chant Hare Krishna, hear repeatedly, hear, practice, 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 practice. Then maybe fall down but come up. When get up, pick up, but don't give up this process of Krishna consciousness. Get down, fall down, get up, get up, get up. Like child walks, falls down. So we sticks to this process of Krishna conscious. Purification of existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge. It's very important to develop these divine qualities. Charity, self-control. Charity, actual charity means giving Krishna conscious to others. That's real charity. Self-control. Our senses should be controlled. So it's a gradual process. One has to control the senses. This is very important to our spiritual life. Is fearlessness, purification of existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity. We cannot perform any austerity in this age. Kali Yuga is very, lifespan is very short. Yeah. Hmm. Charity, there are two. Charity also is we give money to, like, yeah, I'm saying you, body, mind, words, wealth, intelligence we can use in the service of Lord, right? And actual charity means giving Krishna conscious, awakening the dormant Krishna conscious in other living entity. After charity, okay. Self control, self control, self, our senses should be controlled. Our seeing, our hearing, our smelling, our tasting, touching, like that. They should, senses should be controlled. They are compared to like unbridled horses. Unbridled horses can take you anywhere. Turtle control. That's intelligence. Turtle, like that. It's very strong. Any of the senses, where our senses are dwelling, our mind goes, our consciousness goes, like that. So we have to bring to Krishna, we have to bring to the holy name, we have to practice very intensively chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, reading the scriptures, hearing the scriptures, and application in our. It's a gradual process, but we have to be very determined to do this Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, and that's how happens within the association of sadhus, saintly persons. That you need the mercy of Lord, pure representative. Is that's a nice say. Um, Amar जीवन सदा पापे रत nahi पुण्योरो लेश. Um, uh, yes, my life, I have no, this is great Vaishnav singing. I have no good quality. My whole life is full of sin, and don't have one drop of good qualification. My mind is always engaging in mischievous activities. Always the mind is acting in mischievous activities, because many lives we have done, millions of lives we have done these things. It's also said, it's a natural, we get disturbed, uh, and sense objects are there, like that is because many lives we have done. But this is the process, chanting Hare Krishna. Don't give up this, take form in this. That's very important. How chanting Hare Krishna, getting up, performing, doing in Brahma Muhurat, everything is auspicious, like that. Then our whole day goes nice. It's real austerity. There's a lot of, always every week we see every day, every lot of it's an austerity like that. We fail, we get angry or become diverted. This thing. Now, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding, aversion to fault finding. We should see positive in others, not see negative. Then we will be delving on this. Freedom from anger. Anger, we become anger, then our become impure. Our body becomes impure. Renunciation, in this jnana and vairagya, knowledge and detachment. This thing. Compassion for all living entities. Compassion for all living entities. This one here, Prahlad Maharaj also is quoting this. Freedom from gentleness, modesty, steady determination. Determination comes from brahmachari, like that. And vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy. Freedom from envy, cleanliness, forgiveness. This Transkonasana belong to godly men. So Arjuna is born in a nice family. He had all the divine qualities, and Lord is saying here fearfulness, cultivation of knowledge, charity, sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetous, gentleness, modesty, steady, determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, envy, freedom from any passion for honor, passion for honor. This trans quality belong to godly. End of the day. So much qualities we have to develop. All this very nice. Hare Krishna. Oh my God. Another opposite is this pride, arrogance, conceit, that's demonic. Anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to demonic nature. The transcendental qualities as condition liberation, where the demonic call is made for bondage. Do not worry, it becomes bondage in this world. O son of Pandu, for you are born with divine qualities. In this world, there are two kinds of one is called divine, other is demonic. So, demonic do not know what to be done, what not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior, nor truth is found. They say the world is unreal with no foundation of God. They say it's produce of sex, desire, and has no cause other. Following such conclusion, they make loss to themselves who have no intelligence, engage in unbeneficial work meant to destroy the world. Hare Krishna. Destroy the world. Very nice. Srila Prabhupada has explained in his books everything very nicely. So divine qualities, demonic qualities, they are meant to destroy the world. The situation of this world going on. Hare Krishna. After all, Krishna. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, you this give up demonic men. Do not discriminate in your heart between enemies and friends. Make your find equipost to everyone. So do not discriminate in your heart between enemies and make your mind equipost to everyone. Except for the uncontrolled and misguided mind, there is no enemy within this world. Except for the uncontrolled and misguided mind, there is no enemy within this world. Means the enemy is always with us. We are only the cause of everything. Our sense, our mind is it. You have to be equipost to everyone. Uncontrolled. When one sees everyone on the platform of equality, one then comes to the platform of worshipping the Lord perfectly. This is the instruction of Prahlad to Hiranyakashipu. And Srila Prabhupada explains, unless one fixes the mind at the lotus mind, it's impossible to control. Krishna also says, Chanchalamana. His mind has to be fixed on Krishna. Mind is turbulent, uncontrolled. It's very difficult. So the only process is by fixing the mind in service to the Lord. We are creating enemies, friend, dictation of mind. There are no enemies and friends. This is a condition. This is the preeminent condition to entering the kingdom of devotional service. Hare Krishna. Very nice. I just tell of the 4 ages. The last time this question was put there. For the chanting of the holy name, which is the only is in Canto 12, chapter 4. The chapter discusses the 4 kinds of annihilation: constant, occasional, material, and final. And the chanting of the holy name of Lord Hari, which is the only means of stopping the cycle of material life. So this constantly going on, creation, maintenance in this annihilation. This is constant, occasional, material, and final. And the chanting of the holy name of Lord Hari, which is the only means of stopping cycle of material life. This constant chanting of the holy names, it's chanting of the holy name of the Lord. That's the only means, it says. 1000 cycles of 4 ages constitute one day of Brahma. Each day of Brahma, called a Kalpa, contains within it the lifetime of 14 months. The duration of Brahma night is the same as his day. During his night, Brahma sleeps and 3 planet systems meet destruction. This is Naimitika or occasional annihilation. When Brahma's lifespan of 100 years is finished, there occurs the Prakrita or material annihilation. At that time, the 7 elements of material nature begin with the Mahat, and the entire universe egg composed of them are destroyed. When a person achieves knowledge of the absolute, he understands factual reality. He pursues the entire great universe separate from the absolute, therefore unreal. At every moment in so this creation is going on, birth, death, old age, repeatedly, he says. Uh, finally it says, only boat of suitable for crossing the ocean of material existence, which is otherwise impossible to cross, is the boat of submissive hearing of the nectarian pastime of the Supreme Person of Godhead. We were heard from Srimad Bhagavatam, especially this 10th canto, which we are reading of Pondraka, the false Vasudeva. And before that, we read about many wonderful pastimes which segment. This we can revive ours always. Akrura, Akrura's mission to Hastinapur. Akrura went to Yudhishthira Maharaj and consoled them, Dhritarashtra, because Krishna told them, see how the Pandavas are taking care. We heard about that. Then Lord Krishna is sending to console Akrura, the gopis, because of separation, and how Akrura was cursed. Akrura, yeah, yeah. Then deliverance of Mushkunda. Then story of Mushkunda, who was fought on the side of demigods. Then we heard about Jasanda, they followed Krishna. Then Rukmini's message to Krishna, beautiful how Rukmini was sent a Brahmana, and Rukmini's brother Rukmini wanted to marry Krishna, and Krishna gave a this that I will come and defeat the enemies. Then marriage of Krishna and Rukmini. Then Pradyumna we heard about in these 2 years, that 1 year I think. Pradyumna, how he was born of Kamdeva. Then the Shamantaka Jeval, uh, Shamantaka Jeval, Krishna was blamed, he stole by Satyajit, and how Satyajit was killed by an lion, and then Krishna went and fought with Jambavan and got the jewel back. Now Krura was first stole it from Satyajit. They killed him. It's very wonderful. Then Krishna marries 5 princes. Uh, there are different types of marriages. Then the Naraka demon. Krishna teases the Kyun Rukmini, and Balrama slays to Rukmini. Nusha's and Anira's meeting, and then killing of Banasura. Banasura had got a benediction from Lord Shiva, and then finally Lord Balram visits Vrindavan, and now this is Pondraka, the false Vasudeva. Hare Krishna. Beautiful. Every chapter has different mellows, different taste. Excellent. Krishna's hearing about Krishna, chanting of Hare Krishna. This too, it says Brahma was one Brahma's 4 ages is one day of Brahma. He goes to sleep then like that. Creation comes, everything comes. So it says here, chanting of the holy name of the Hari, Lord Hari, which is the only means of stopping cycle of material life. In the 12th canto, first thing is saying chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, and next, last, finally it says, hear about the Lord. The only boat of suitable for crossing the ocean of material existence, which is otherwise impossible to cross, is the boat of submissive hearing of the nectarian pastimes of the Supreme Personal Godhead. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki Any comments? Any questions? Yeah, we touched upon some Paundrakas, how he claimed to be false Vasudeva, and how he was killed by Sudarshan Chakra of Krishna, and then the king's head was cut off with different weapons by Sudarshan Chakra, and his head fall, and his son Sudakshina, he wanted to take a revenge. He worshipped Lord Shiva, he got a benediction, and but it went opposite in his direction. He was killed by the weapon of then we heard about a devotee, how his subconscious, he was thinking of other this, then he had to come back again as Ratnavali. uh, so we have to finish this. We have not to come back because we have to become very fixed in Krishna consciousness, determined in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, this life we become Krishna conscious, we don't want to come back again. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, in this endeavor there's no loss, little can save you from the greatest danger. That if you deviate also, you have to, you'll be born in a nice family, a wealthy family, or in a devotee family where you can begin. So devotees, yeah. Yes, any comments, any questions? Hare Krishna. Yeah, then we heard about divine and demonic qualities. Those are a few things we spoke about. Divine and demonic qualities from Bhagavad Gita 16 chapter verse 1. Then we read about Paunraka, the false Vasudeva, how he was killed by Sudarshan Chakra, and then Sudakshina, he performed a fire sacrifice with the help of Brahmanas, and from which a demon came, and Lord Krishna killed all of them, and that Sudarshan followed the demon, and it burned all the priest, and Sudakshina, who had created this demon through the priest help, and the city of Kashi. Hare Krishna. So hearing, chanting, reading. Any comments, any questions? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare.
Um, so, in the case of Pondraka, in that listing of where you were contrasting the divine qualities and the demoniac qualities, um, one could say that he was practicing deceit, because deceit was one of those qualities that fell into the demoniac category. So it's very interesting that uh, that kind of mentality is wiped away to the extent that he actually is, one gathers, receives liberation and actually gets a body like Lord Vishnu. So it's quite extraordinary, because anybody else would be carrying their deceptive mentality into the next lifetime. So it's quite extraordinary.
Yeah, it was Paundraka was conscious of uh, Krishna all the time. And then I read from Bhagavad Gita, divine and demonic qualities. Demonic qualities, divine and demonic. From Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks to Arjuna, you are born of divine qualities and the qualification of demon. Whereas Paundraka, he was a king. He trying to uh, imitate Krishna. So he was always thinking of Krishna like that, in the sense, other sense. And he came in touch with Krishna. And whereas in divine and demonic, it's compared of this material world. How in material world because material world is a place, uh, it's a big prison house where everybody has born with these qualities, divine and demonic. And what's the consequence of demonic activities when we develop all these anarthas? So devotee means we have to be free from all this. If we want to become back home to Godhead, become more purified by our Krishna conscious activities, develop divine qualities. Like that. More we are attached to Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yes, bro. Makes sense. Hare. Yes, Prabhu. Okay. Srimad Bhagavad Puran ki jai. Yeah, we took 10 minutes more.